Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
And welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. But for our radio audience here in Mississippi at WYAD 94.1 FM and WYADonline.com, we're glad that you all could be here. Also, tuning into our friends at iHeartRadio and Amazon Music Podcast. We're glad you all could be with us as well. Believe it or not, for those who are tuning in live here on the radio side, June 17th, can you believe it was 28 years ago that I believe the world was captivated by the white Bronco chase with O.J. Simpson, and it is something that has continued to fascinate the world ever since. We're excited to welcome to our program today someone who knows O.J. Simpson well and has written a book that has also brought attention to not only the case, but also some new information as well. We're excited to welcome to our program today Norman Pardo. He is not only the author of the book Who Really Killed Nicole, but also he has a new series called the O.J. Tapes. We're going to talk to him not only about what it's been like for him to see the response over the world, of course, over the years when it comes to O.J. Simpson in this case, but also the information that you all can expect to see in this limited series as well. Norman, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate it.
Oh, I appreciate you having me on your show.
Well, Norman, I have to say, I remember when the book came out, Who Really Killed Nicole, and I think, this is one of those things when it comes to O.J. Simpson and Nicole Brown Simpson. I think that is one of the things that continues to be able to fascinate people, all these years later. What has that been like for you to see how, with all that is going on in the world, all of the high-profile cases, that this one still stands out?
There's a lot to it. There's race and everything. It's everything. It really is important in today's world. O.J.'s case was really one of the first that was race-related. And then, of course, now we've got it every day, but things have changed. Now the police can't do what they did back then.
Right. You said in the introduction of your book, Norman, that it was the greatest crime story ever to play out on national television. Do you think that also is part in referencing even the white Bronco chase? Do you think that also is one of the reasons why it is something that stays in people's minds, because we literally saw it unfold?
Yes, we watched it. They programmed us for, 2 years on that. So we were all programmed to watch that every day. It's like it was a TV show when it was really a human's life.
Right.
A few humans' lives. And everybody became actors, and the prosecutor was everybody was an actor in that movie. So it wasn't real courtroom stuff. That's why everything that we thought we knew, we tried to write about in the book, found out it wasn't true. That when you really go into the transcripts and the behind-the-scenes stuff, they were all just the acting parts. So what we've been programmed with is the act, not the crime. And so now it's hard to go back now and try to get people to think, okay, this was just an act. Let's talk about the crime.
Right. Because
they're so used to everything being, black and white, and it's not. There's a lot of gray in this. I mean, little grays, like Nicole was killed 2 hours after Ron. They weren't even killed at the same time. The guy who killed Ron said he went back and killed her because O.J. didn't pay him. So nothing that you think is real in their courtroom was real. It was just all acts or pieces that you saw, and then the court commentators would come on from the news and tell you what you were supposed to see there, that this is what really happened. And so we were programmed.
Norman, I didn't mention this,
but they program you now.
Yeah, didn't mention this. You not only, of course, was O.J.'s longtime manager, but also a close confidant of his as well. What was it like for you to experience? I mean, again, like you mentioned, we saw this on television. This was something we were kind of removed from. But what was it like for you to be able to be close to him and to see how things were unfolding?
O.J. Simpson is not an innocent, sweet little person. He's not. Just so you know. He's like every other probably guy. All the people that were involved in that somehow had their hands dirty. That's what caused so much static when I was going to put out my book. The night I was supposed to sign my book deal, I died, actually, for 7 minutes. Nobody knows why. Some think that I may have been poisoned. They don't know. So there's so much that you'll never know.
Right.
And then there's the other stuff that I put in the book that people don't want you to know.
Gotcha.
But nobody was innocent. Nobody.
Yeah.
Not even the Goldmans. The Goldmans have a lot of shady stuff in their past.
Is it also where the series comes from then, Norman?
Stuff. Do what?
I'm sorry. I was asking. Is that also where the series came from? The reason why you decided to do the limited series?
I decided to do the limited series because before somebody kills me, I want all the tapes out. So I decided I'm going to cut these tapes up into like 30-minute pieces, all 70 hours, and try to put them out there so the public can see O.J. and he can explain all the different things himself. Because that's just O.J. just talking off the chain.
Right.
Or he's got naked girls on him or something weird's going on. I didn't cut out none of it. I left it just like it was. So a lot of it's pretty wild. But it also shows what it was like with me and O.J. working together and the way he is. O.J. is always right, and you'll see that in the tapes. And you can't tell him what to do or how to do it. He doesn't listen.
And our audience can find out more information about the tapes by actually going to ojtapes.com. Again, that's ojtapes.com is where you all can be able to see the limited series there. And as I mentioned, the book, Who Really Killed Nicole, if you guys have not been able to get that as well, you can go to the website whokillednicole.com to be able to get your copies of that as well, autographed by Norman. Norman, what is it that your hope is? I know you mentioned you wanted to be able to get this information out there.
And also
people,
in the book, if you get my book, I don't mean to override. If you get my book, you also get a free DVD copy of the movie Who Killed Nicole.
Oh, wow, okay. I was just going to ask you, and I think it's just a slight delay here, so I apologize. When people watch this series, what is your hope it does? Do you think people's minds will be changed, Norman?
I think their minds are going to be changed on what O.J. is like. But that's about it. They're going to look at the series, and if they read the book, they're going to change their mind instantly. Everybody who's ever read my book said, Jesus, I didn't know any of this. I didn't know that, these people were involved. I didn't know that, Nicole was getting drugs. I didn't know Dodi Fayed they were using his plane. None of that stuff was ever in any court stuff. So all that you're going to find. The O.J. tapes, it's just about O.J. gone wild, basically. Right. But you'll hear him say things in there that you normally wouldn't hear him say. He gives away his little secrets.
So we invite people to be able to go to ojtapes.com. Again, that's ojtapes.com to be able to see the limited series there. But also whokillednicole.com is where you all can get your autographed copy of the book. Again, everyone, Norman Pardo has been our guest. Norman, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate you stopping by.
Hey, anytime. Anytime you guys want me on the show, give me a yell.
All right, you
guys
got it.
have been great. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live. Now let's go make today amazing. Take care.